Today I'm going to be going over the top 5 things new devs in Roblox Studios should not be doing. Let's get started. Alright, number 1 on the list is don't use free models. What I mean by that is up top in the home section of this, you could call it just Explorer window. This is the actual Explorer, but this is like a window that houses all the main things you'll be using. But in the home section, there's this button called Toolbox. And when you open it, it gives you this library of basically infinite assets, meshes, decals, all sorts of stuff. I want all new devs to stay clear of this. It's okay if you use it every once in a while. Say I was going to use this table. I want to edit the table to make it my own. I want to make it not look like their table. Then I could call this my own original creation. Technically, I still rarely do this, seeing as it's super easy to make a table. You just insert a part, scale it down, duplicate it, row together your legs, then just duplicate the legs around. Now this is a very horrible looking table. I do usually take my time on my assets, but this is just an example. It's really easy to make a lot of the objects and meshes in here. You can use it if you just want to be lazy. I get that. I'm lazy sometimes too, but it gives your game so much more personality when you make the models yourself. And then also using the toolboxes. Say I just want to make a city life game. Well, say I see this like McDonald's, right? I want to throw this McDonald's in there. I don't know, my Studios is being buggy. And then we need houses for the city life game, so we will throw some houses in there. Just like that. Now we have this little city. One thing you notice is each build has their different styles. As a builder or modeler, you have your own building style, right? This is a very blocky, classic Roblox style. This is a sleek, shiny, realistic style, and this is half done. All right. This is more of a mid-poly level build, right? So we got low poly, mid poly, and high poly. Poly is a term that a lot of builders use. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it already. Don't mind the voice crack, but poly is I don't know how to explain this in good terms. Poly is basically like when you say low poly, it's very blocky, non-realistic, low part count basically. High poly is there's a lot of parts, a lot of triangles, realistic looking, nice sleek shapes. Mid poly is kind of a mix of those. You have your blocky shapes and then you have realistic aspects to it, right? So if you use all free models, they're each going to have their own style, so everything will clash, and we don't want that when we're making a game. And this transfers over into the second don't on our list, which is don't use free scripts. So we just go ahead and delete all those. If you use free scripts, it's basically going to be the same thing. It's going to be, say I want a shift to run script, alright? We got this shift to run script. Now say I want a crouch script. We can import one. There's not necessarily anything wrong with using free scripts, but as a lot of new devs, I'm sure most of you don't know the language that Roblox scripts use, which is Lua. So if you don't know it, you're not going to know what's wrong with it or what any of it means. And so if you have two scripts, right, can open up both of these. One script might say something about walk speed, right? For instance, you got the shift to run script. This says is walking and all this shift to sprint stuff. You got the walk speed in here. But in the crouch script, it has normal walk speed and crouch speed. So these two scripts weren't written to go together. They weren't written to work hand in hand. So if you have one script saying one thing about walk speed and another one saying a different, they're gonna not work together and they're gonna clash too. So it wouldn't work. It would end up breaking. What I recommend doing as a beginner in Roblox Studios, I recommend learning the language the best you can, at least to get an understanding of what's going on. So then if you do use the free scripts, then you can know how to fix them if they're broken. And eventually, if you want to take the road of scripting or builder, I recommend doing this for all of them. You can use Blender to get your own build style. You can use just the standard Roblox scripting area, scripting viewport, or whatever it's called, to learn your own stuff. I don't know how to script, so this is just there. You can learn your own scripting to make the game really your own. On to number 3. Don't copy other people's games. Now there are exceptions to this. I've been seeing a lot of like the cart ride games and the obby but you're in a blank, right? Now, you can make a game like those, but don't fully rip them off. If you rip them off, you can get into some trouble with the devs. Even with Roblox, it won't get as many plays. It will be a clear rip-off, and it won't be any good for you. Now, I feel like the cart ride and the obby but blank games, you can make a game similar to them. Like, there's obby but you're on a bike. You could make obby but you're in a boat. That would be kind of a subgenre of the obby but you're in a blank game. Same goes for cart ride. It's kind of its own genre of game. So you can make a game with that genre, but I wouldn't steal people's ideas fully. Number 4 is don't bite off more than you can chew. Starting off in Roblox Studios, you're going to have really high expectations of, I'm going to make the greatest game on Roblox ever. It's going to be the most popular, it's going to be amazing, everybody's going to love it. No, not really, that's not how that works. I'm not trying to like put anyone down, but don't have unrealistic expectations. If you truly make a good game, it might take a while for it to get plays. Here, let me show you an example. Alright. Well, this is loading in. This is my game experience, the Backrooms, right? This game, it was just kind of a little game I made because I was bored and I like the liminal things, but I just threw together this map, like this liminal neighborhood and this Backrooms map, right? So let's go ahead and play. You can see it's not the like highest quality game. I did use a free VHS tape filter because I was too lazy to go and make my own. But yeah, I did make the map. You can see it's a pretty high quality map in my opinion. I was going for a certain style, But if we try to go to the other one, just reset real quick. Alright, there we go. Now we're in this other map. I kind of screwed up the lighting, so sorry about that. But you can see it's a pretty cool game. Doesn't have too much gameplay aspects, it's just kind of an explore game. But I can pull up another example real quick. I'll pull up this game I was working on recently. It does have some free models, because again, it was just a boring little game I made. I kind of messed up this list. I said, don't bite off more than you can chew. That was number 4. In reality, I was talking about number 5, which is don't have unreal expectations. They kind of go hand in hand. So number 4 is don't bite off more than you can chew, which is don't start off with this massive project. Make a little game and get yourself familiar with the process of building a game in studios and just how everything works. Number 5 is don't have unreal expectations. I already said it's basically don't go into it thinking I'm gonna make the best game on Roblox. I have this game. It's a pretty cool game. Like, I have fun playing it. I think it has 4 plays, 4 visits. I'm by no means a massive dev. I think in total I have like 56 plays on all of my games. But yeah, just don't take on a massive project and don't think it's going to be the best game on Roblox. You have to kind of understand that it takes a while to make games, and if you're new, that it's going to be quite difficult to make a massive project as a first project, and it's always not going to churn out the best. So my game right here is a time trial obby. It's a pretty good game. It's when you reset, the timer stops, so and so. Got different levels, all sorts of stuff. It's a pretty good game, but it has only four plays, like I said. So it's not always gonna be the biggest. You can always advertise your games, but that costs a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie, it costs a lot. So be prepared to put some time and money into your game if you really want to stick with it and make it a good game. I recommend taking a step back every once in a while and thinking, like, do I really want to continue with this? Is this really worth my effort and my money? If it is, cool, continue. I'm sure it will turn out awesome. If not, then I'd say just trash it and start on a new project. If you're not too far in, that's pretty easy. If you're pretty far in, that's kind of a hard thing to do, but you really got to think, like, it's not going to be worth it, so why should I keep continuing on and trying? I'm not saying give up. I'm saying more have, like, a mindset of, I want to make this project good. I can either fix it or scrap it. You can always just start over. That's another option, is start over and try to see where you went wrong and how to fix it. And then it's always smart to plan out the game first before you actually start. Because if you start not knowing what you want, like what you want the outcome to look like, it's probably going to end up a trashed game and you're not going to continue with it. So I highly recommend writing down and planning out what you want the game to be and how you're going to make it. But other than that, that's it. That's my 5 don'ts for beginners in studios. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like. More videos like this will be coming out soon.